This is ABC 15 News Taking Action.
It may be a holiday, but lawmakers are working at the state capitol right now, and a final budget may finally be agreed on.
I think that having the ticket on your phone is just as fast as showing your face.
The future of facial recognition could be the future of convenience. But what about security and the threat to your personal information?
And a hero's welcome, the special homecoming that has so many Valley families smiling. We know it's going to make you smile as well. We say good morning to all of you. Thank you for joining us for ABC 15 Mornings. I'm Allison Rodriguez in for Kaylee O'Kelly.
And I'm Nick Saletti. It is Memorial Day, so we want to take a brief moment to honor the brave men and women who lost their lives defending our country. We also take a live look outside at Marine Corps War Memorial in Virginia right now. We want to thank all of those who have paid the ultimate price for our freedom.
Now, many of you will be outdoors today, that we know, and it's going to be one of the cooler Memorial Days that we have seen. Meteorologist, Iris is off today. We've got Noelani Graff in, and you're saying we got to enjoy it while we can.
Exactly. In fact, this morning, what's also going to be unseasonable is that we are tracking some showers to our north. So they're still passing over the high country, but then another system is going to keep creeping in. So if you're traveling in the high country today, things could get a little dicey. Here in the valley, we do have a slight chance for rain ourselves, but then that will diminish by 11 o'clock this morning, and then we dry out the rest of the day. By noon, any clouds that we're waking up to will clear out. It will be sunny, and get this, this could be one of the coolest highs on record. The last high that was this low was in 1988 at 79 degrees, and that is our forecast high for today. So we're going to get more into that and look at those highs around the valley for this Memorial Day coming up in just a few moments.
No, hey, thank you. Arizona lawmakers will be at work at the state capitol this morning. A tentative deal seems to be in place to break that deadlock, preventing the state Senate from passing a budget. Republican Senator Paul Boyer and Democratic Minority Leader David Bradley confirming that tentative agreement. It would open the way for the Senate to then pass a revised version of the budget already approved by the House. The impasse says mainly involved a non-budget issue, Boyer's bill to extend the time limit for victims of sex assault to sue their attackers. If the deal holds, we will be sure to update you on air and always on that free ABC 15 mobile app. Although they haven't passed the budget yet, lawmakers managed to move forward with several pieces of legislation this weekend, including more rules to verify signatures on citizen ballot initiatives, phasing out an increase to a tax credit for companies who donate to private school scholarships, and requiring the Attorney General's office to forward complaints about teachers using school resources for political purposes to lawmakers. These laws still need a signature, though, from Governor Doug Ducey. Bills, rather, still need a signature from Governor Ducey.
Well, we are following several developing crashes that happened overnight from over here in the live desk. The first one, this one was near Rio Salado Parkway and the 101. Tempe police telling us a driver failed to stop for a red light, causing this crash. 3 people taken to the hospital. We were not given an update yet on their condition. Police are saying, though, impairment was not a factor in this one. In Phoenix, we are working to get more information for you on a possible hit and run. This one happening near 24th Street and McDowell. Witnesses on scene telling us that a person was hit, but looks like they're going to be okay. We have reached out to Phoenix police for more details on this one. You know, Valley Police, they have increased patrols this holiday weekend, trying to prevent crashes like those ones we just told you about. 84 state and local agencies working all together to watch the roads for you. So remember to get a safe ride home. That's the key here. Maybe consider a rideshare. You know, those companies are offering some discounts today.
Severe weather not letting up in parts of the country. Just check out this new video from social media. This is showing a massive tornado this morning near Dora, New Mexico, which is on the border of Texas in a very rural area. So no reports of any serious damage. The major damage, though, was done in Oklahoma over the weekend. Check this out. This is the town of El Reno, just outside of Oklahoma City. That twister touching down Saturday night, killing 2 people, injuring at least 29 others, and leaving at least 25 miles of damage, Allison.
Well, let's bring things back home right now. Firefighters, they are expected to get the Dove fire completely under control today. That fire starting on Friday. Fire sparking about 6 miles east of Whitman, and winds quickly helping this one spread. You may have noticed those breezy conditions. Some homes were even threatened. More than 2,000 acres burned. Slightly north of that is the Hot Springs fire. That's near Lake Pleasant. This one was only about 100 acres, but the big issue it caused was when authorities had to shut down State Route 74 for several hours. Right now, crews are just watching hotspots and they're waiting for them to burn out. Meantime, drivers heading up north yesterday, they also had to deal with this. Were you caught up in it? The I-17 being closed because of another brush fire. This one was pretty small. It was only 2 acres. Fire crews quickly putting it out, and they were able to reopen I-17.
The great outdoors got a little too close for comfort for one family. Check this out, a mountain lion cub spotted on the prowl going through neighborhoods near the Catalina foothills. That's just north of Tucson. Arizona Game and Fish reminding everyone, if you see a mountain lion, do not approach it. Stay calm. Try to look and act big and back away slowly.
Wow.
Oh, it's nerve-wracking. Very excited. I was shaking, of course.
1 year in the making, families reunited as the Arizona National Guard 158th Infantry Battalion returned home this weekend from a deployment overseas.
So the Bushmasters greeted by family and friends, as you can see, and ABC 15's Mike Pelton has more now with that emotional reunion.
The sign reads essentially what 4-year-old Levi is thinking.
Miss Daddy.
He plans to give him a hug this big. Levi's grandmother, of course, misses her son, Hector.
It's hard, you know, you just hope he's good, that he's safe, you know, but it's an honor that he's serving our country.
The 158 Bushmasters Infantry Battalion. Back from a year-long deployment to Afghanistan.
Says, Specialist Baker, your missus needs kisses.
On Sunday, signs and flowers and flags.
I'm super anxious, but good. I'm nervous, I'm anxious, I'm excited.
Let's say welcome home again to the 158th Bushmasters.
The cheers and tears go to show for every one person sent overseas, a whole family feels it.
Mr. Daddy, welcome home.
That's what Levi wants to say to his father once he finds him. It's a hug specialist Hector Heredia won't soon forget.
Oh, great. Yeah. I wouldn't change it for the world.
And sometimes it's the little things in life. Levi wants to visit the aquarium.
Yes. Yes, he does. That's one of our things on our list. He's got a to-do list to do with me. So I'm going to be a busy man for a couple weeks.
As will many families, after a day perhaps best summed up by a sign. In Phoenix, Mike Pelton, ABC 15, Arizona.
Perfect right there. Best day ever. Hopefully this morning you are enjoying a warm cup of coffee as you take a moment to reflect on the meaning behind Memorial Day, because it is rather chilly out there this morning. Cooler than we're used to, certainly sitting at just 67 degrees right now. It's going to be a cool morning, and we're also going to have a slight chance of showers in the forecast, but that's not going to stick around for long. We will clear out. It will be sunny for most of the day and will warm into the upper 70s. So for those rain chances, we're looking at just a 10% slight chance of a stray shower. It's more likely in our northern foothills, and by 11 o'clock this morning that diminishes. We'll be dry the rest of the day, so perfect for any of those other celebrations that you might have planned, but considerably cooler than what we're used to for this time of year. Now, if you're in the high country, it's going to be a different story today. Rain and snow chances return to the forecast. I'm going to go over that coming up in that full forecast. Nick and Allison.
All right, we're looking forward to it. Thank you, Nohe. You know, today is a time to honor our military heroes who lost their lives serving our country. So many brave heroes.
Absolutely. So there are several ceremonies happening across the valley. At the Gilbert Historical Society, they'll have a flag ceremony, laying of the wreaths and remarks from a retired U.S. Air Force colonel. Take time to remember prisoners of war and those missing in action at the Anthem Veterans Memorial. That's in Anthem Community Park.
Or you could take a walk through history at Pioneer and Military Memorial Park, where reenactors in costume are going to take you on a tour of the park's 7 historic cemeteries. And over at Litchfield Elementary, a musical tribute. That's with the performance of taps and other patriotic songs. We did put a full list of ceremonies if you would like to check them out. That's online at abc15.com/things to do. Well, time is now just about 4:40, and it's time to face the future. How technology could help you avoid those long lines at concerts, sporting events, even airports.
Have you ever thought about eating your sunscreen? We have a list of the foods to eat to keep your skin healthy for the summer.
I
I never thought I'd make it, but like, it's crazy to be here. It's like, I can't explain it. I can't explain it. No word can explain it.
They have trained for months and months for this moment. A record number of kids ready to begin their quest, all to become the National Spelling Bee champion.
And this is a live look right now in Washington, D.C. You're looking at the Vietnam Memorial as we see people there strolling around and taking a moment to honor our fallen heroes. Again, this is Memorial Day, a day where we pay our respects to those who made the ultimate sacrifice.
From ABC 15.
Your most accurate forecast.
I'm Nohelani Graff breaking down that Memorial Day forecast. We're going to be enjoying the 70s for Memorial Day. We have not been this cool on this day since 1988. We are tracking more rain chances in the high country, in particular with a snow mixed in. For that, we're likely to see that on and off throughout the day and not clearing until about 4 o'clock this afternoon. So be mindful if you're traveling in the high country. And then these cool temperatures certainly will not last long. We are warming up soon. So here in the valley, our forecast high for today, 79 degrees. We've got a 10% chance of showers in the morning hours. By 11 o'clock, that diminishes. The rest of the day will be dry and those clouds will clear out by the afternoon. Tomorrow, we're warming into the mid 80s. By Wednesday, we're into the low 90s, 92 in the forecast. And then starting Thursday, we start to warm into the upper 90s, 97 by Friday, and staying that way through the weekend. Dry also for the rest of the week. We're going to have another update for you this afternoon, but until then, you can get the latest news, weather, and traffic on our website, abc15.com, or as always, you can download our free ABC 15 app.
This ABC 15 News Update is sponsored by Sanderson Ford, America's best-selling Ford dealership.
Welcome back to ABC 15 Mornings. Here are some of the top stories we're following on this Monday. Utah police, they are now searching for a 5-year-old girl who disappeared from her family home over the weekend. Elizabeth Shelley was last seen by her mom at 2 a.m. Saturday, and police are calling this man, the girl's uncle, 21-year-old Alex Whipple, the primary suspect. He was arrested for a probation violation, and he is being held right now on a $25,000 bond. A California man swimming off of the coast of Maui has died after being attacked by a shark. Video showing those moments that the rescue crews pulled him from the water trying to save him. So far, there have been 16 shark attacks this year. This is the first fatality. The former business manager of comic book legend Stan Lee was arrested at a Valley motel over the weekend for elderly abuse charges out of California. Key Morgan is accused of manipulating Lee and acting on his behalf without authority. Phoenix and Scottsdale police were able to track him down from his cell phone.
4:44, the future is here, and you could soon be using your face to board a plane, a cruise ship, or get into a concert. Kaylee O'Kelly shows us how more companies are testing or rolling out facial recognition technology.
Today, you don't really need a paper ticket to get into an event. You just use your smartphone. But soon, we all might be scanning our faces to walk right in.
I guess it sounds all right, but it also sounds kind of weird to have your face in there.
Kathy Nagy's ticket to this week's Padres Diamondbacks game was on her phone.
There's mine, and there's my partner's.
A stop at security, a scan, and she is into the game. Theoretically, what if she could just upload a selfie into an app and walk right in? It is a concept being tested at smaller venues.
I think that having the ticket on your phone is just as fast as showing your face.
The fast-growing but controversial facial recognition technology is on its way. JetBlue has rolled it out for boarding. Royal Caribbean is starting to do the same.
Facial recognition is great if it works. If it doesn't, it produces problems.
Stephen Cobb is a senior security researcher, and he is concerned with the way companies can protect your data.
I don't see any commercial rollout of facial recognition which is purely around efficiency. And frankly, I have doubts around the efficiency of the technology at this point in time.
Security remains a big concern, of course. Earlier this month, San Francisco became the first city to ban its government agencies from using facial recognition technology, including for police.
All new this morning now, it seems every year our homes are getting smarter and smarter with things like controllable lights and voice-operated cookware. Maybe you have that in your home. But now we are learning about a new kind of wood. This so-called high-tech wood from the University of Maryland is made to reduce a building's temperature, aka saving you some money. Yeah, that's right. This wood radiates heat away from the building, and it could drop cooling costs as much as 35%. That'd be significant for our summers here. Now, you can't buy the wood just yet. It is still in the early stages of testing, but we'll have to see what comes from that.
What a shame. We've been getting a break from the AC lately, but not going to last. We all know sunscreen is the key to helping protect your skin, but there are also natural sunscreens that you could actually be eating.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting. Some foods that we eat could actually protect our skin, and this is according to the American Academy of Dermatology. Like tomatoes, you like those? A study showed that people who consumed tomato paste for 10 weeks ended up having less sun damage. Next up, sweet potatoes and spinach both have a rich ingredient that decreases redness when the skin is exposed to UV light.
There are fruits as well, like oranges, grapefruits, and kiwi. They have a lot of vitamin C, which is also a sun protective compound. And finally, fatty fish, the omega-3s from fish oil, helps make sunburns less severe and helps prevent the development of skin cancer. The tomato paste, probably my favorite because Italian. It's nice to have the pasta, and, you know, with the rigatoni.
Well, now
and
that
the
we have people thinking about food, I know a lot of people looking forward to that breakfast and those lunch plans. So what can we expect?
Exactly. So it's going to be cooler this morning. We have a slight chance of rain, but certainly cool is what you're going to notice as you step out the door. Look at the difference in temperatures in just the last 24 hours. This time yesterday, Safford was 15 degrees warmer than they're starting off the morning. We're 3 degrees cooler here in Phoenix. It's starting off a little bit more mild up in Flagstaff, though, 13 degrees warmer, and that's because of storm chances for today. Temperatures right now in Flagstaff, they're starting the morning off in the 40s, 41 degrees. There it's 48 in Prescott and Payson. Southern portion of Arizona, we're looking at the upper 50s and low 60s. So here's part of the reason for the warmer temperatures in northern Arizona. Right now, we are still seeing some stray showers across northwest Arizona that move through overnight, and we're also seeing a few pop up moving along the I-40 heading east. That is a threat that is going to continue throughout the day, a rain-snow mix, and those snow levels could drop as low as 6,500 feet, so parts of Flagstaff. Here in Phoenix, we're seeing just a stray passing shower in the foothills north of Fountain Hills, and that's where that 10% rain chance comes through, that it would just be a slight stray chance of rain through the morning hours, but then by 11 o'clock this morning, we're drying out. So right now, 67 degrees in Phoenix. There's just a light wind blowing out of the west, and we'll also see those breezes around 10 miles an hour continue starting at about noon and through the afternoon. So just in time to fire up the grill, that's what's going to keep us cooler, because check out these temperatures in the 60s until 11 o'clock this morning, and then those clouds will push out of here. We'll warm up a little bit more, but still warming only into the upper 70s for today. The normal for this time of year is 98 degrees, so we are well below the average. In fact, the last time that we had a high in the upper 70s was in 1988. So here are those forecast highs around the valley today. 74 in Anthem, 78 in Peoria, 79 in Glendale and Tempe, as well as through the southeast valley for this afternoon. More upper 70s across central and southern Arizona, but then as we get those storm threats in the areas of Prescott and Sedona and Payson, then we're seeing you top out in the 50s for today. Flagstaff also topping out in the low 40s. And then finally taking a look at those storm chances that are passing through the high country. 8 o'clock this morning, we could see some thunderstorms near the Grand Canyon. By noon, they're going to continue to shift towards the northern border of our state. And then after 4 o'clock, we should get some drying. Now, a drying trend is something we're going to enjoy here in the valley, but that's also because we're warming up very soon. We're going to continue to talk about that this morning.
All right, no, hey, thanks. Well, too good not to share. That's what Rural Metro Santan Valley wrote on their Facebook page, and we have to agree with this.
All right, do you see this? A family new to the area needed help hanging up their flag. Like so many people do, they turned to social media, and Rural Metro Fire answered that call. They went over there, they hung the flag for them, and they even replaced the family's rope just in time for Memorial Day.
Yeah, nice deed there. Good job, guys. Hey, the top spellers in the country are ready to compete to be the best. Kids from across the country competing in this year's Scripps Spelling Bee, and Arizona is representing big time.
Yeah, a little bit later on, an unwelcome surprise for one Valley family after a truck goes crashing into their home. The danger first responders were met with when they arrived on scene.
In today's Tech Bites, gaming addiction is now officially a disease.
The World Health Organization just added it under the category of mental health disorder. WHO defines the disorder as when playing computer or video games takes precedence over everything else in your life. Amazon is offering public tours of its massive warehouses across the country.
You can get a first-hand look behind the scenes of the e-commerce giant as workers and robots fill orders. A warehouse in Baltimore is the newest location to open its doors to the public. NASA is giving you the chance to put your name on the list for Mars, literally.
That's right. The agency is offering the chance to submit your name to be etched into the side of the next rover set to launch in 2020. The deadline is September 30th.
Sign you up?
I'm signing you up.
Maybe that's where Janae went. Those are your Tech Bites.
Have a great day.
It's tough to quit smoking cold turkey. So Chantix can help you quit slow turkey. Along with support, Chantix is proven to help you quit. With Chantix, you can keep smoking at first and ease into quitting. Chantix reduces the urge, so when the day arrives, you'll be more ready to kiss cigarettes goodbye. When you try to quit smoking, with or without Chantix, you may have nicotine withdrawal symptoms. Stop Chantix and get help right away if you have changes in behavior or thinking, aggression, hostility, depressed mood, suicidal thoughts or actions, seizures, new or worse heart or blood vessel problems, sleepwalking, or life-threatening allergic and skin reactions. Decrease alcohol use. Use caution driving or operating machinery. Tell your doctor if you've had mental health problems. The most common side effect is nausea. Quit smoking slow turkey. Talk to your doctor about Chantix.
A record year at the Scripps National Spelling Bee, and this is off to a quick start here. Hundreds of kids and their families, of course, their cheer section, they're waking up ready to take the preliminaries exam.
The results help determine who will make the final round. Kamasi Aaron's there with the spellers, finding old friends and making some new ones.
Checking in?
Yeah.
What's your last name?
Registration at this year's Scripps National Spelling Bee is more than just a chance to sign in.
And there's some other stuff down there too.
It's a chance to make friends with the nearly 600 spellers gearing up for a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
I've dreamed of being here. I never thought I'd make it, but it's It's crazy to be here. It's like, I can't explain it. I can't explain it. No word can explain it.
7th grader Frank Salzider from Detroit and other contestants signed each other's beekeepers, sort of like a yearbook, and made plans to stay in touch.
Once you meet people here, you can like help each other study for next year, and like you have something in common, the spelling bee.
I've watched it on TV a lot since I was 7 and 8, and so it's just weird to be in this place that I've seen on television so many times.
Colette Giesentanner from St. Louis says she's excited to be around other people who share her same interests.
They've been doing the same things as you to prepare, and it's kind of like a community.
Even still, the bee is in the back of everyone's mind.
I feel really excited and a little bit nervous, but like if you have it like studied down, if you have it like nailed down, then you can get it right.
Finding time for friendship and fun.
You'd be surprised that like, oh, okay, you want to talk about winning, but you actually make a lot of quick friends here.
While gearing up for a great competition. I'm Kumasi Aaron reporting.
All right, Kamasi, thank you. Hey, 9 kids from right here in Arizona will face off in this competition.
Yeah, we're so proud of them. We hope you're going to cheer them on too. Here they are. Out of all of the 567 contestants in total, there are 9. You can watch all of the rounds on various ESPN channels this week. We are wishing them all very good luck. Yeah, good for them. THEM. That I know how to spell.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the big ones that they have to spell. Can't wait to see the big ones they have to spell. Cooler today, breezy, slight chance of rain in the forecast, but then that warm up is coming. The 90s return by the middle of the week, and I'm going to show you how much warmer we'll be in time for next weekend. That's coming up at 5.
Non-stop planes disrupting their peace and quiet. Coming up after a group of residents banded together, how a Valley City is taking action to cut down noise in the sky.
This event started with just a few riders, just a few flags 13 years ago, but today you're going to see hundreds of flags, hundreds of riders lining the streets at our Arizona National Cemetery. We'll give you a preview of what's ahead this Memorial Day.
And we leave you with another live look from Virginia, this time at the Arlington Amphitheater, where a special ceremony will be happening this morning in honor of Memorial Day. Much more coming up on ABC 15 at 5. Stay with me.